Good morning, everyone. Look at the beautiful angel trumpet blooming today. This morning is a beautiful, cool morning. Mid-August, I garden in zone 8A now. We moved up from 7B, and it is beautiful. The smell is so fragrant. So this is just sitting at the front porch, growing very lusciously. I do have to give it a lot of water. It is in a pot, but the pot still makes it wilt from the sun, since it doesn't seem like it gets enough water. So I do water it in the morning, and if I miss it in the evening, it will definitely tell me. But look at how beautiful she is. I've got a whole bunch of buds coming in, and then this one is just barely opening with the day. Look at that beautiful pink salmon center. And then you've got the yellow edge around it, and then once it opens up, it turns into this beautiful pale pink angel trumpet right here. Look at that, just blowing in the breeze. So beautiful. I have one on the opposite side of the front porch flanking it, but they are a little bit slower to bloom. This one seems to do a lot better than the other one. Let me walk you to the other one real quick and show you. We're still paving the front of the driveway, but this is the other one over here. I've got quite a few baby buds coming out, and then a couple spent one, and then look at this one. Isn't that beautiful? So these are the two pink ones I have, which I'm glad that I got the same color in this front pot. I thought I had a yellow one and a pink one, but I think the yellow ones are out in the ground, and they haven't bloomed yet. I haven't had any bloom on these all summer until now, so they must be late blooming this year, but they're getting bigger and bigger. The other one I have in the ground, let me show you those ones. They are taking their time coming in. We just put down grass just last year, I believe, and it's starting to come in very luscious out here. These are the yellow ones. You can see they're sprouting. I've got a couple buds on them, but no blooms, no full blooms yet. So looking forward to this one. Just gonna let it do its thing. This one is stressing out for some reason. I'm not sure why. Same condition as the other one, but these leaves are yellowing up. So I just come by and pick them off. And then it's slowly spreading. Now this is the trunk from last year. I left it in here, which you no longer need once they bloom. I had left it in there because it dies back all the way into the ground. So I put it here kind of as a stake so I know where it is, so I don't plant something over top of it in the midst of not knowing where the angel trumpet is once it dies back. It's looking fairly well. And I've got to get in here and mow and trim. Look at these figs. Look at all these ripe figs. Something else is really enjoying my figs. There's wasps. So many figs on this tree. I haven't even gotten to pick all of them yet. You could see some of them are already rotting out, bringing in all kinds of wildlife, pollinators. The hardy hibiscus, can't say enough good things about them. They are now standing at 6 feet tall, about 5 feet wide. Beautiful. It's all the way in the back, so I get to enjoy the show every morning. I was going to deadhead, and I have been deadheading, but you really don't need to. It's unnecessary. They do fall off by themselves. Some will try to retain. It'll grow some seed pods, just like this. But I've loved it so much, I've just taken off the seed pods and just let it continuously bloom. It keeps sending out new branches from the main stem. Here are branches here, and then from the branches are multiple buds coming out. So I would like to get some cutting of these today and root some so I can grow a full hedge in the front of the driveway. So look at how beautiful that is. Now so far it's only grown flowers at the tip because that's where the buds are. But as new branching comes out, you can see down here, like this one. If there's no more bud up here, I can always trim it back to the second set of branching, which is right down here, and then just keep following it down. But you can see everywhere it branches off, there's new buds coming in. So eventually it will flower and bud down below as well. And then, oh, there's a hummingbird all the way over there. Can you see him? They move so quickly and you got to zoom in before they disappear. So I've got one over here, and then the other one over here flanks the opposite side of the trellis that we have coming up. Really pretty. It's cooled down enough. I've got some Miranda Lambert roses. And then I realized that my Rio Samba is doing great back here. But since it's all the way back here behind the hardy hibiscus, I haven't really had a chance to see them. So they're almost bloom and done. So I have to really walk back here to really enjoy them. But it seems to really like the spot, so I would hate to move it. But I like to move it to where I can actually see it a little bit more. There's the hardy hibiscus. This big thing sticking out is a grapefruit tree that I'm trying to grow, but I think I'm going to move it. The herd of elephants is doing great over here. It's coming out and leafing out. And these ones look like they're going to bloom. These are the yellow angel trumpet as well. It looks like it's going to bloom faster than the other one. So this one likes this area over here. But again, the leaves down below being destroyed by something. I still have yet to do a garden tour, but a couple of things. These are spent bloom from the hardy hibiscus. I cannot remember the variety of this one, but look. Isn't that gorgeous? That is so pretty, and you can see the old mature leaves are the darker color, and the new leaves are the brighter green color. See how it forms a seed pod once it's done? But look how pretty that is. Almost reminds me of like a ballerina pink tulle skirt when it folds up like that. But that is so beautiful right there. This one, it's a little bit of a mismatch. You can see I come in and I prune some. I tip prune some so that it sends out new growth, and from the new growth I'll get more blooms just like this one. Hi Sierra. Don't destroy my plants, please. Oh, I know you. Yep. Thank you. I love you too. So with this one, see, I would come in since this is the last bloom, but it looks like I've got a couple more over here, so I'm just going to wait till those are done before I come back and cut it back here, because here's new growth here and here. So you see over here, I tip prune it right there, and then it has new growth, so it's going to give me more blooms. So honestly, you don't have to do that because they are so prolific. It's amazing what they do. Now this one is a lot harder to see from where I'm at, just because from the shed, this is where all of the tree, which these are peach trees, and we're going to just move them into another area. We're getting our property timbered, and they should be done by sometime next week. And then we're going to grade out a piece of area and then put all the fruit trees in there, and then continue this as my flower bed. So everything is a little bit spent. It is needing a very good pruning. I'm waiting for especially the coneflowers to go into seed mode so I can collect some and share some with my friends. Some people are asking, so I'm going to mail them some coneflower. See, these ones are ready to go, so I'm going to have to come out and pick these up. Look at all of these pollinators on the salvia. They're going crazy. So this salvia, I cannot remember the variety, but it is perennial and it comes back every year. And it's gorgeous. It has this mounting habit and it only gets to about 12 to 15, possibly 18 if you go all the way down to the root. But because we've had so much rain, it has kind of split. It creates like a little ball. But look at that, how beautiful that is. Just that hedge. So I think I'm going to take more cuttings of this and grow some more. I do have different types of salvia, but I think this one is by far my favorite out of all of them. And let me show you another. I know I've got to come in and cut the grass, but this is another coneflower I got from Logi's nursery. Isn't this pretty? It's very short and compact. This one is called, I hope I might have cut off the tag. It is Echinacea Sunseeker Sweet Fuchsia. Isn't that a pretty color? I have a whole bunch of pinks and whites. Got an orange one. I did have a yellow one that died back, so I'm kind of disappointed in that one. But this really pretty pink one is really pretty fuchsia color. The lantana is finally starting to come in, fighting off with the dogs that come and lays in the garden. They're finally branching out and big enough that they can grow. This here, Julia Child, doing good, blooming. This is another salvia, I believe. Can't remember the name of it, but it's really pretty. Attracts hummingbird. Got roses coming in. Look how pretty she is. This one smells so good. I love this rose. So pretty. I have a tag on this one. This is called Cathedral Bells. So there's the tag for it, but this one I purchased it just at Home Depot. I love the smell and the fragrance and just how beautiful it looked. So I decided to buy it. I try not to buy too many roses since they don't do so well in the south. At least the hybrid tea, they don't do so well here with all the issues with the humidity we have. But this one seems to be doing pretty good. So I got a couple, pretty fairly happy with it. And then, of course, I got Eden Climber back there. Just a quick snapshot. She hasn't flowered for me yet, but she's growing canes out of the wazoo. And they are almost, 10, 12 feet now. So I've got to get in there and train it before it has any issue. So I did a video earlier of my passion flower fruit vine. It's doing great. It's taking off. The only issue is, for some reason, it is not producing like it should. It's giving me the seed pods, but the fruit, sorry. So here is the flower. This one's about to pop open. So it's giving me fruit, but it is really little, and for some reason there's nothing inside the fruit. So does anyone know what's going on with that? Like if you open up this fruit here, there's nothing inside of it. Not that it's big enough to eat right now, so I'm not sure what I am doing wrong, but it's doing that on all of them. Like they're not growing big as they should be and then producing. But it looks like I've got a whole bunch of caterpillars I need to treat. The only bad thing about caterpillars, you know they're going to turn into beautiful butterflies or moth. So you don't want to kill them at this stage, but they are definitely eating up the vines. So I was hoping to do this in the summertime, and then when Eden starts to produce, that I would train it on this trellis, and then I've got to cut back this this passion fruit and take it indoor. But you can see it's like growing taller than the passion fruit vine, and I've got to go in and stake it before these canes are not movable anymore. So I think this project might have to be for this afternoon or late evening, depending on how warm it gets today. But here, beautiful, isn't it? There's another one. So it's been doing great. It's climbing and thriving, but its fruit, like right up here, it's setting its fruit, but it's not getting big enough that you can eat, and there's nothing inside of it when you pop it. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. If you have experience with growing passion vines and fruit, please let me know what's going on. The one I have that is super hardy, that just comes up every year, it's doing great. It has its pulp and it tastes sweet and sour, really good tasting. But this one, for some reason, I'm taking care of it and it's not producing or growing. So there's just a quick shot of the arbor flanking the flowers. Alright, I think that is it for this video. I just want to keep it pretty simple and short, but it's already at 17 minutes. This is just a little tidbits of my garden, what I'm doing. I hope you guys are having a great weekend, enjoying family and some time off from work. Get refreshed and rejuvenated. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.